One.
All right, good to get a win on the road. In conference play, it's never easy. I thought Tulsa did a really good job early, having a few things that maybe were unique, a couple of trick plays. They hit us with a surprise onside. They controlled the early flow of the game. I think they're really well coached. I think Trey's doing a fantastic job. I told him after the game, like, I think he's a really good football coach. And thought early in the game, they maybe outcoached us a little. That's on me. I thought our coaches kind of recalibrated and responded, and I thought our players did. We still left a lot out there. I think we could have been better in a lot of spots. And in order to get the wins we want to get down this stretch of league play these next few weeks, we're going to have to play a whole lot better. So, with that, we'll open up the questions.
John, the first thing that stands out is 6 sacks, 13 tackles for loss. How impressed were you with just how aggressive and your defense was today?
Yeah, I think the front really stood out defensively. Um, and I know I told you guys at the start of the year, I feel like that could be a strength of ours. Gerard Henderson was out today. He's been a player that's been active up front. But I think when you get in the league play, what you think are your strengths have to start to declare and show up more, right? And so sometimes in non-conference play, there might be a mismatch, even if it's a strength of yours that maybe doesn't really show up as fast as you expect it to because of who you're playing or how they're built. And so now that we're in our conference play, I do have a high expectation for our defensive front to play really good football.
And Santana Hopper in particular was all over the field for a stretch. I mean, everybody's been saying that's what he could do. Is that kind of, I mean, just that type of capability could be a big.
Yeah, he's a twitchy, physical, violent player. He plays with a great motor. He's active with his hands. He's a hard guy to block. During spring ball, he was really disruptive in our practices, and I'm sitting there going, "All right, this guy's a load. He's a handful for our offense to deal with." And I knew that as we got in the league play, I thought you would start to feel him even more, which he made his presence known today for sure with how he played.
And
So,
then
Coach, I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Gary, go ahead. No.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to follow up on something. 92 yards for them on the ground. And this is a team that had almost 200 last week against Oklahoma State. That shows once again how powerful that defensive line was today and everybody behind them. Could you sort of allude to how you were able to shut down their running game?
Yeah, I thought our guys up front fit things well. The quarterback had a couple of scrambles that were positive plays, but I thought the traditional running game with the running back we control well. Really, even going back to last week, the traditional run game stuff we held up well. It was the quarterback run stuff last week that really gutted us, to be quite honest. And so, um, going back, like I think in league play, if you can win at the line of scrimmage, which I think we have the ability to, uh, and you can control the run game. They ran for 2.4 yards a carry. That's a recipe for success. And then, we were able to run for 4.3, which is nice. But we stopped the run, and that's a huge credit to our defensive line, our second level players as well, our linebackers. I thought fit some things good, but the defensive front, I did really feel them a lot today.
After the exchange of turnovers in the second quarter, you scored the 10 points to go into halftime. How pivotal was that in just shaping the rest of the game?
It was huge. The fourth down stop, I knew they were going to have to take that to review because I could tell the guy's helmet made the line, but the ball did not. I was
Mhm.
shocked at how it was spotted. I knew live it was short. I told the official on our sideline, I'm like, that's not a first down. Like, y'all got that wrong. And I could tell. And so I knew they were taking a look at it, that getting that ball, that stop there, getting those 10 points, winning you call it the middle eight, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first four of the second half. We really won the last four going in. The first four coming out, we just kind of traded the ball out of the third quarter, but we won the second quarter at the end convincingly, and that was really what created a lot of momentum for us to kind of finish the game the right way.
Javin Gordon scored his first 3 touchdowns today. I'm guessing they won't be his last touchdowns. How impressive has his development been?
Yeah, needless to say, he was the one that got to lead the hullabaloo in the locker room just now. Yeah, 15 carries, 78 yards, 3 touchdowns for a true freshman. For anybody, it's good. For a
Mhm.
true freshman, man, I'm very impressed with the way he's playing. He's a physical, gritty, hard-nosed runner. He's a really smart guy. He's very detailed. Really like the way he's playing. Just very proud of his effort, and his hard work's paying off. He works really hard at his craft, and he's very consistent, very detailed, and not surprised because he does it every day.
And the receivers stepped up some today. They made more plays. You'd been asking for that. How would you grade the way they played today?
Yeah, I don't have all the individual stats from him. The guy I felt the most from was Shaz. I thought Shaz made some strong catches with his hands, not body catches. I thought he made a couple of contested catches. I still think that there's a lot of room for us to grow throwing and catching the football. There was a couple we had that were behind guys. We
Mhm.
had the one that Bohannon, they said, ran out on his own and didn't establish getting back in bounds. That would have been a huge momentum play right there, too. There's still a lot out there for us to get better in the throw game, in my opinion.
And your thoughts on Jake Retzloff today? He missed some throws, but he made some clutch throws. And
Yes, quarterback, you're not going to be perfect. I thought he did some really good things. I thought we still have a lot of room to grow, and he's doing some really good stuff. But we have to keep getting better.
Alec was doing some bomb for punts. I mean, that kid was amazing today. Could you talk a little bit about your punter?
Yeah, Alex, big time, man. I feel like, he's very quick with the ball in his hands. I think that's the one thing people don't realize. He got some pressure today and was quick operationally, catch to kick. The snap time is one thing, but catch to kick's the punter's operation time. And I thought he was quick with the ball in his hands operating. He boomed a lot of them. He did shank one. I mean, I guess if it's a 32-yarder, it may not be a complete shank, but that was on a rush. We told him to be quick with his footwork there. We felt the pressure was going to come. Probably it did. And I thought he's been really good all year, though. I mean, he's such a big time weapon for us, and he's a great teammate. He's been an awesome addition to our football team. Love what he's about, man. We were able to have Alex, punting coach with us right now this last night and today too. Darren Bennett, who was one of the first Australian punters in the NFL. Darren's kind of like the OG of Australian punters. And so Darren is sort of Alex's guy. So Darren was at our game today, which is kind of cool to have him with us today.
The long touchdown pass to the tight end, was he Dyson's responsibility all the way, or what happened on that play?
Yeah, so we should have had the quarterback down. Probably we didn't leverage the football on the quarterback, get on the perimeter. It was not to get too football in the weeds technically, but it was a field pressure. The bandit or the Harvey, the boundary edge stand-up guy's the dropper. He has to pull two out of the flat. Takes him. Harvey loses his eyes as the play extends. It's a post safety coverage defense. It should have been middle of the field close the post player. So even if Harvey loses him, at worst it should be a throw, a catch, and a tackle. Even if Harvey does lose him, but yeah, it was Harvey's. That's a hard play on Harvey. We should have gotten the quarterback down before he even got to that. But yeah, Harvey, that's his coverage, and he knows it. And you have to plaster DBs. We Joker didn't plaster in the Duke game, the touchdown before half. It's some of our DBs screw up plastering coverage. For us to do a good job at Bandit there, that's one of those where like you're frustrated by it, but that's a hard thing to put that player in that spot. We have to get the quarterback down before it becomes that point, to be quite honest with you.
And this team has won 13 conference road games in a row in the regular
No,
season.
that's not true. This team's won one.
Because of the Army game, you're going to
This
go
team,
on
this
that?
team has won one conference game.
This team. Okay. I was just how, okay. That just,
I'm not trying to be rude. This team's
no,
won.
not, yeah, I get you. I get
60 of
you.
these dudes weren't here.
You're not worried about anything that happened before this year is what you're saying.
No, I don't care what happened last year. I don't care what happened last week.
Yeah.
I want to win a game every week right now. And we got a lot of work to do to get ready to win East Carolina. We honestly, we suck right now, to be honest with you. We suck. And we got to get a lot better.
The penalty parade in the fourth quarter, the game was in hand, but how frustrating. I think there were seven.
I was pissed. I'm still pissed.
Yeah.
Like I'm livid about it. We try to sub some young O-linemen to get them game action, and we get back-to-back holding calls. Like I had smoke coming on my ears on the sidelines, and all the coaches are probably hoping they don't sit near me on the plane because I might lose my mind on somebody over it.
I know we're thinking a little bit ahead here, Coach, but you do have an open date, a bye week. What kind of schedule do you go through to go ahead and have your kids? You have a few days off, or what?
Yeah, that's a good question, Doug. It's kind of a mini bye because it's not a 14-day bye; it's a 12-day bye because we play on Thursday. So what we'll do they'll be off tomorrow. Monday will be just a liftings and meetings and a little bit of a walkthrough, no real practice per se. We'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday for about an hour roughly with the big guys, and we might let the youngsters play a little bit more. And then Thursday, Friday, give them a little bit of a break, get their legs back underneath them, hopefully. And then Saturday is like a Sunday I'm sorry, a Monday for us in regards to the game week. So we'll get back on Saturday. We'll start the official game week next week. To be very transparent, we got a very beat up football team. Like, I don't know if you saw the injury report before the game, but like,
It was long.
I had
It
to
was
list a
long.
bunch of guys as questionable because the rules say if
Mhm.
they've missed any practice time this week, you have to list them as questionable. Well, I had like 20 dudes miss practice. We're beat up. I mean, we're beat. Like, our team has been through a gauntlet schedule wise, and they're just very fatigued. So we got to be smart about getting the work we need to get and still getting better. But like, we have to have healthy, available bodies to go play on game day.
Is there an initial report on Dixon Agu?
Yeah, it looks pretty substantial. Not at liberty yet to give you detailed information, but it looks pretty serious.
Those ones where they're not those non-contact injuries, that's usually the way
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
so, okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks. Tired, big dog. You all right? Tired?
Hey,
Yeah, you should be. Where you playing? Yeah. All right, so.
well, Santana Hopper, questions.
Santana, is that the performance you'd been looking for from yourself? You'd been good this year, but you were all over the field today.
Yeah, it was a good game today, but there's stuff we left out there on the field, and everything can always be better.
Y'all had 6 sacks, 5 hurries of their quarterback. You guys were really hassling that kid a whole game long. Not that you haven't done it before, but it seemed like you turned it up a notch. Is that because this is a conference game?
Yeah, I'd say that, but coming off a loss like Ole Miss, we knew that wasn't our standard, so I felt like we had to come out here and prove something, and we did that today.
How much do you feel like you frustrated their offense in the second half? Their quarterback looked like he was bailing out on a lot of throws and was
Frustrating me. I was trying to get me a sack or two. You feel me? But he's a young quarterback, so I'm pretty sure he was out there looking for the big play any chance he could get, and it just messed him up when guys are getting on and off blocks. I don't think he's used to that. So yeah, I feel like that's how, well, yeah, I don't know.
So what are your impressions of Javin Gordon on the other side of the ball? Freshman scored 3 touchdowns today.
I talk to that young man all the time.
Mhm.
Mr. True freshman, that's a beast right there. There ain't no other word but to describe that man but a beast. Like he is a young man amongst men.
Mhm.
You ended up forcing 4 tackles for loss in this game, more than anybody else on the Tulane squad. What enabled you to get into the right position in order to make those tackles?
My coach, we watch a lot of film. He emphasizes a lot of stuff on that the offense, you got to take what the offense give you and just make plays. So we talked about a lot of stuff on the D line with my coach, and it was things that they give up that helped us put us in position to make plays. So I took what they gave me, and I just went out there and got what I could get.
You mentioned the Ole Miss loss. How much they went ahead and they beat LSU today, but just how much did that motivate you, and how much did that loss hurt the way you guys performed, and how much did you want to show that wasn't the real you?
It hurt a lot, I was very confident, going into that game. They really had to show me, that they was, better than us, and that is something they did. So I feel like we just didn't play our best game. So coming into this game, we just felt as if like we had to prove something. So we practiced hard all week. We talked about a lot of stuff, and we told ourselves that we were gonna come out here and make a statement, and that's what we did.
That's all I had.
Go ahead,
Thank
Doug. One more, Doug.
Oh.
Doug, good?
I'm good. Thanks.
All right, cool.
Thank
guys.
y'all. Thank y'all.
Great game.
David Hooper. Oh my God.
Change the background for the young man. All right, we got Javin Gordon, number 23. Questions.
Javin, you hadn't scored a touchdown yet this year going into today. You had 3 today. How much? What do you feel like you did best today, and how much fun did you have out there?
Starting off, I had a lot of fun. Like, it was fun out there, going out there to battle with my boys. It was a battle. I ain't gonna lie. We just been preaching all week, setting the standard, being the standard, and coming off of last week's loss. We dwelled on it that night, but we had to move on eventually, and we moved on and came out this week, first week conference play, and then came out and handled business.
How key do you feel like the end of the first half was? It was 14-14. Then you got the go-ahead touchdown. You guys ended up going in halftime by 10 and were kind of in control the rest of the way.
Getting down, it was 14-14. We had to face some adversity. We didn't expect that to happen, but I'm glad everybody stayed with their head down and we just kept fighting, and then we was able to flip the score a little bit.
You were fun to watch. Not that we haven't seen you before, but you're fun to watch. You have this you're like an unmovable force. You just keep going. You just keep going. Your legs never stop. What is that something that you have always had since like when you were a little kid playing pee wee ball?
Yeah. Driving my feet through contact is something that my coaches always preached, and also my brother, he's also preached. Me having big legs is kind of like a it's kind of an advantage, especially going against like smaller body DBs or smaller guys out on the perimeter, and then just running through contact and fighting for extra yards. Always been something that I've always been able to do.
Your first and third touchdowns were pretty easy. Your second touchdown wasn't the 25-yarder. What did you see on that play?
It all started with me pressing the line of scrimmage, setting up my lineman blocks, allowing them to work up to the linebacker. And then once I seen a crease, I had to hit it. And then I seen a safety come over top. I knew I had to make a miss. That's basically our running back emphasis. We got to be able to make the safety miss. So made him miss and got in the end zone.
And how much did participating in spring practice help you going into this season? Because you don't look like a freshman.
Coming in spring practice, it helped a lot. I had a lot of growing pains, and just being able to learn from that and make significant strides throughout the end of spring and throughout the summer into fall camp, it helped a lot.
All good?
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Take them out. That's great. We can help with it too. Yeah.